Okay, guys, I think we can start the session today. Okay, yesterday we saw about steps in hacking, why we need virtualization, and why do we need Kali Linux operating system. So today we'll see more about Google. That is how Google works and how to get exact results and relevant results. That relevant results are something that we use it daily. That we get it daily. The output that we get daily are relevant results. But how to get exact results and all those things. Okay, and let us see how we can use Google for our hacking purpose too. Even Google helps us in hacking, that is the information gathering side. Yesterday we saw about information gathering, so today we'll see how to gather information. Gathering with the help of Google, GitHub. Sure, with all these kind of search engines we can gather a lot of information. Even Google helps us a lot in gathering information of a particular thing. Now let us consider this as a scenario. Okay, let me show you. Okay, consider this as our computer through which you are accessing Google. So Google database will be here. So the Google provides you only a text box in which you can search something. Nothing more than that you can do in Google. But when you are searching it, the Google will search for the words that are present inside your search box into its entire database. So it will search the entire database and provide you the output. So most probably what we'll do is we'll type which is the best college of India, which is the best hotel in India, like that we'll be searching. So the results that we get will be something relevant to what we search, but not the exact result that what we want. That is a major most difference between the thing that we used to search in the. So you consider this as a database. Okay. There are certain keywords in which you can use in Google which will provide exact results of what you are searching on particular thing on Google. So the keywords, let me give you those keywords. The keywords will be in URL, that is in URL, in text. I'll explain you what all those things are. File type, site, site of, then all in URL, then all in text. So these are okay. This is more than enough, I think so. So these are keywords with which you can access Google. Um, these are particular keywords that you can access Google for. These keywords will help you in getting exact results at what you are searching. That is the exact results. Okay. There are two types of result as I said earlier in Google. So the result types will be the other thing will be exact result. So what is relevant? What is relevant result? See, if you are in need of something, you will be in search of Google. That what is the need of having a secure website? Now, typing this such a long word or sentence, Google does not understand the sentence because Google is not a friend who's sitting next to you and explaining. He can't understand what is your language, but he can understand only keywords. That is the words. That this is a keyword for Google, and that this is a keyword for Google. This is a keyword, and this is a keyword. This is a keyword. So totally one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mostly 10 keywords are there. So Google will search for all these 10 keywords in the Google database, and it will show results accordingly. But these results will be relevant to what we are in search of, but it is not the exact result that what we are looking for. So such type of results, when we are getting exact, when we are in need of getting exact results, that the technical term for getting exact results will be Google Docs. This relevant results that we want use in our daily life. And if you understand Google Docs very well, and if you are able to apply it, you can search for whatever thing that you want in Google. The exact thing you will be getting only if the thing is available in internet. For sure you will be getting the thing when you are using Google Docs. Okay, let us consider an live scenario that, okay, now if you are in need to find the uh, okay, let me show. So we'll be denoting our sites, Indian sites, as .in, right? So we are in need to filter all those Indian sites now. So we can just type this keyword, site of. See all those .in, 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 .in. So .in is an Indian. .in is based on India's domain name. So it is showing that we just gave site of .in, that site colon .in. I mean, we are only in which is giving exact results of what that is .in results. See, all those results that is Google is providing will be exact results of what we are in search of. So we specified the country, that is site of India. So we are getting only websites that are related to India. That is .in websites will be getting. And then this is literally like filtering the website, that this is literally filtering the Google results what we'll get usually. Okay, I explained you that I said you all these keywords are there in our Google Docs. So let me explain what are all these keywords are. Let me take a site. Okay, now let us consider this site itself. Let me zoom in. Yeah, we'll take this. Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, we let us consider this search result. So the thing, there are three parts in the website. There are three parts in the search result that we got: first part and second part and the third part. So this is a third part. The first part that we got is called as, it is in URL, and the second thing that we got is in title, and the third thing that we got will be in text. So the Google, most probably when you are searching on Google, the results will be of only these category. That is the first category will be of the first division will be of in URL, and the second division will be of in title, and the third division will be of in text. So when we are specifying that in URL we are in need of this particular keyword, Google will search for only that particular keyword in the URL, and it will display only the results based on that. When if you are typing in Google that in text in title, then it will search for the particular keyword only on this particular part. Or if you are specifying in text, then it is going to search inside the paragraph that the website has. So this is the major difference. And then mm, okay, to be specific, we have lot of operators and complicated Google Docs too. So we'll explain such things one by one. Okay. For now, we shall take an example of example that yeah. Yesterday we took Hindustan as our target website, right? So we'll take that. So Hindustan was our target website yesterday. So we'll take that. Accordingly, we'll move on. What are the things they have embedded in their website. So when we are moving on to Hindustan website, they have a lot many tabs. That is home tab, our institution tab, and then overview, new that is news and achievements, contact us and recruit us and contact. So these many tabs they are having in it. So while coming to the technical, that is a back end of the website. Let us consider this situation. For now, Hindustan is our target, right? So let this be our target website. So there for sure, if a website is running, there must be a backend server. That is a web server. There must be a web server at the backend. So the web server will be running 24 into 7. They'll be paying the web server for an year. That is, they'll be getting hosting from some company that our server will be running for 24 into 7. So inside that, they'll be having all those databases that what they'll be in need of to be shown in their website. So coming on to that, we'll be accessing through internet this website. So there will be many folders and pictures or images or something, videos or some other things. They can have it in their web server. So let us first of all have an idea about directory. So what do you think directory is? Directory is nothing but folders. So the web server will have many directories in it, inside which they will have this directory can be of two types. That is, one type may be public, that any user with the domain name can access the directory, and the other thing can be private. The private directories which are present inside the web server can be only accessed by the admin or the authorized persons of the particular concern. So so the web server will be having both the public and the private directories. So if someone is able to access the public directories, then that doesn't matter. If someone is able to access some of the private directories, then this must be considered as a bug or server misconfiguration. Accessing public directory is open to all, but if they have configured their server in such a way that it is a less secure manner, or in some other way manner, that if someone is able to access private directories, see in public directories they may have, see whatever they are listing out in their website now, it is all public directories, that is home, institution, our institution, and about contact us. So the public directory may contain home, about, contact, admission. All these directories which are present or comes under the directory public directory. So when again the things that comes under the private directory will be HT access. So these things a public user cannot access these things, but if they are configured it in such a way that in a less secure manner, people can access it. That is called a sensitive directory exposure. WP admin. This comes for WordPress sites and backup, and then trash, and then log files. All these stuffs comes under private directories. If someone is able to access these kinds of stuffs now, then it is considered to be a bug. That is, they have misconfigured the server or something they have done wrong in their server. So this is the backend, the process of the backend will be like this. So let me show that Hindustan.net is having, they are using what yeah, the some CMS is the content management they are using is WordPress. So most probably WordPress sites will be having their admin pages WP admin. When I'm entering it, let us see what will be the, yeah, this is the admin page. If you are having the username and the password, and if you are able to log in, then we are the owner of this site. We can even change the password or something. We can do whatever we need. So I just showed you an example. Okay. Then coming back to Google Docs. So coming back to Google Docs, we have certain lot of Google Docs, and we have certain operators too. Operators in Google Docs. They have plus and minus. These two are the operators which are present in Google Docs. So you can access, you can use these particular operators in Google Docs in such a way manner that um, it will be a complicated one. See, let me show you an example that it will be not a very complicated one, but I'll show you an example that, let us search for, yeah, I'll be in need of Amazon. If I am giving site Amazon.com, okay, see, it shows all stuffs related to Amazon.com, 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 Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. All the stuffs will be, all the results and the stuffs will be based on Amazon.com. See, it has www and all this friend. So I don't want this www now. So I'm going to use an filter called minus. That is to neglect www. Now I'm pressing enter. See, I cannot see www in front of Amazon. AWS. Okay, see, I cannot find www at any point of result. I cannot see www in the Amazon's website. So in such a way that you can use this. But if you are in need to add some keyword, specific keyword like buy or something, so you'll be getting results accordingly to buy, 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 buy. So results will be related to what you are searching for in the search box by using Google Docs. Whatever your search is there, it will be performing the operations accordingly. Okay. Now probably let us move on to attacking part. Okay. Coming on to attacking side, the data exposure, sensitive data exposure, a folder that can be inside the website, that is, see, already I have explained that accessing private directories, accessing private directories are called bugs or something, that it is even like attacking. So let me show it with an example of how to do those stuff. Okay, I'll come here, I'll clear the canvas. Okay, for now let us consider this as our computer, and the web server is here. Again, we have lot of directories that we saw at Hindustan, right? About home, some tabs that was at the top of the website. So accessing these, let us consider these as public directories. Okay. Let us have other directories too. That is, we'll have hidden directories. That is the private directories. let us consider this as a private directory. This will be hidden, but if you are trying to access it through internet, it will go to the internet and it will search for the database and it will give results back. It will the database will have these contents. These contents are the database, nothing more than that. The contents which were present are called database, in which they will be having scripts. They can have in which the public directory they can have JPG, that is JPG or PNG or even MP4, anything they can have in the public directory in the view of uh, someone is accessing the site. What is scripts? It can also have scripts. That a website is only made up of scripts. So let me show it what a script is. So when I am entering Hindustan website, I am clicking on view page source. So this would be the script, whatever they had used to build that website. So this is the script that they have used. So every website is made up of scripts only. So in which they can embed all those things. So if someone is trying to access and if they are getting result back from this directory, that is a private public directory, then that doesn't matter. If someone is trying to access this server for this private directories, and if the private directories replies back to the request, then that is considered as something dangerous or sensitive data exposure, and it can be also denoted as index of. What is index of? Index of is nothing but index of is just pointing something is called as index of. So we'll go on with this index of search term in Google. See, I'm giving nothing. I'm just entering index of and just presenting. I'm just pressing enter. So I'm getting the result based on the sites that have been exposed on Google. Sites that are being exposed on Google with their sensitive contents. See, when I'm clicking on some stuffs on the results, that is just results, I'm getting some of the results. But if we are just started with this, but when we are in deep search, when we are in search of a lot of things, see we have a lot many pages. So when we are surfing for a particular thing, we may get even sensitive data. If see now it is, I think it's a quiz. Okay, index of video. There's something nch.gov. It is a government website, and they are having some videos in it. So this is not something sensitive, but if you are having something that some data to is considered as sensitive, then that is a problem to that website. Index of, okay, hacking web servers. Okay, so the index of sites will be displaying in such a manner that like how this is displaying, it will be displaying all the directories present inside the website that they have inserted in their that they have uploaded in their CMS. So it is a head directory before which the server, that is the index of page. In web development we used to say that index.html would be the home page. So like that we are accessing a content before which is present inside the CMS, which is called as the index of sites. So these directories, if these directories are sensitive, then it is a problem. We can search for a lot of contents. Let me search for index of site Hindustan. Most probably they won't have because it is a WordPress site. Yeah. Okay. Now let us again search for other. Now we have just entered a general search that we are in need of index of. Now let us search for index of a particular private directory. So we'll search backup. Backup is a private directory, right? Index of backup. Okay, we got index of backup, yeah, Sharmadan.in. We got some database results. Okay, yeah, we got some image files in this website. Hold. Okay, we can have a lot of sensitive. Okay, which website is it? Parent writer. Okay, backup.class. Okay, they have secured it. Backup.php. Okay, ID missing. It is saying it is verifying the archive. Okay, model. Yeah, you can find lot of directories which are exposed on Google globally. So this all stuff is because of the server misconfiguration that they have done on their website. Nothing more than that. So through which we can access the sensitive contents of their data. So next we can search for index of trash. Instead of backup, we can search for trash. We'll be getting results on trash. Yeah, this is a trash file. Trash. Okay. Sanford. Okay. What is in Sanford? Okay, they are having some seminar results. Okay. Index of trash. Okay. You can search for in deep. You can sit and search so that you can get a lot of websites which are exposed to internet. Okay. Now the results that we got, right? If just a minute. Yeah. Let us consider this as my computer and this as my Google. I'm asking Google. I'm asking Google that to give some data, and it is giving me, from its database. Do you think this is a crime or not? No, this is absolutely not a crime because you are asking Google a question and Google is replying you something which with some answers. So this is absolutely not a crime, but only when you are accessing the contents. If you are watching the content, then that doesn't matter. If you're watching all those content, then it is not a crime. But if you are trying to implement or log in using those contents into the website or take an admin privilege using those contents, then it is considered to be a crime. Do not try to log in do not try to log in using those contents which you are getting from Google Docs. You can access those contents, you can just watch it, no problem in watching it, but do not access the contents uh, to log in or use it somewhere else. So that may lead to your lead to you as a problem. So be careful with that. Okay. Now moving on with particular Google Docs, like if you are in need for passwords or something like that, let me close these tabs. Okay, if I'm in need of passwords, that is, I'm asking Google to show me that Google show me only files or websites that is exposed with password and usernames. So I'll be going on with a different query or an um, that is Google Doc. So let me type file type inc mysql underscore connect. See, basically it is a configuration file. What we are looking for now is particularly for a SQL database. So with which the keyword we are using is called connect. So I'm pressing enter. See, we are getting lot of information. So let me zoom out. Okay. Okay, let me open all those things in a new tab so that it will be easy for us. Okay, it is showing me the some configuration files of this website, that is ttech.com. Okay, let me search for password. That is, I'll press Control F in my keyboard and I'll search for password. Yeah, see, you have usernames and password exposed here. Hope you can see the user, that is, they are having the host link. That host link is mysql.hostadvantage.com, and the database is some database name they have allocated, and the username is this, and the password they have given is T3AT3CH. Okay, likewise you can search for other sites too. Let me search for here. So it doesn't have any password, I think so. Yeah, no, it doesn't contain any password. Okay, it's asking me for a privacy error. So you can use these even if you are not finding the password in this configuration file. You can use this configuration file to uh, for taking it in a recon way, that you can see what the technologies have been used and which way they are accessing the password and which way they are authenticating the passwords, and you can try to bypass all this.
Phone.
Okay, hope I send you the password query now. What if we are in need of FTP queries? So I'll move on with a different Google Doc. There is index of URL colon FTP. Let me press enter. So I'll close all these stuffs. So we are getting FTP stuffs on our result. So let me open all those stuffs. See, again it is a private directory, that is public directory exposure. This is called directory exposure. Another, if it contains sensitive data, then that is considered to be sensitive directory exposure. So it is containing temp database. Okay, nothing important. Blogs, graphics, huge. Okay, so you can search for all those stuffs in the Google. You can try it after the session completes. If you are getting any sensitive contents, you can even report it to that particular concern by via email or something. Where there are many platforms which will help us to report the particular organization or the concern. So if the content is valid, if your report is valid, if they are interested in giving you some bounties, they can give you too. But for the sensitive directory exposure, you cannot expect a lot bounties, because it comes under P3 or P4 bugs. So it will not be a valid thing. So even though you can try it on your college or school or your even your organization, that is your office, you can try it. Office websites you can try it, and you can even you can even give them the report. So it will be appreciable for you from the concerned side. So they'll be helping you enough. Yeah, they'll be appreciating you regarding those things. So it is literally like securing your website. So, but we are not actually securing, but we are intimating that particular company that your directory has been exposed on internet. So please go and check on it. They'll rectify it and they'll be clearing all those stuffs. Okay. Now let us try for WordPress contents. Yeah, WordPress is also in CMS site. For WordPress, let me have some different keywords or queries like index of in URL. WP content slash. Okay, I'm getting results for WordPress sites. We search that is cjporganization.org. What is this? So their WordPress directory has been exposed. If you are checking on every directories and if you found any vulnerable directory or a private directory, you can even report to them. Let me check on this. The same thing. WP contains Minerva hotels. Okay, they are having some images it seems. I don't know. Yeah, it is an image PNG file. WP content. IndiSmart. It is not IndiaMart. It is IndiSmart showing some contents. A directory has been exposed on the internet. Okay. TN government website. This is some government website, but yeah, we cannot access it in Teams. Okay, let me clear this stuff and see. What if the site is yeah you the site is even not working? That is the reason the dog didn't work. They are using MS. Okay, let me copy this. Open it in a new tab. You can clear this WP content. Okay, this is some market website or software system. It is an IT related company. Okay, they are using WordPress. See, they have exposed what plugins they are using and what themes and whatever they have uploaded here. All those stuffs they have exposed in internet. Yeah, Google. It is nothing more than that. It is accessible in Google. So someone is interested, if someone is interested, you can report to those companies. Okay, even you can search for college websites too. Site. Let me type Hindustan. See, even Hindustan is having some PDF related thing. Okay, there are some free structures or something that they have paid for IT or something like that. Okay, okay. Let me close it. One PDF has been exposed in Google that of Hindustan. Okay, so other the simple queries will be entitled the file type. Yeah, if you are in need of particular things like file type, let me give PDF. The search results which are I'm getting will be of only PDF. Okay, see PDF, 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 PDF. Every of those results will be of PDF types. So you can restrict your results that you get from Google via this Google Docs. This Google Docs can help you. This Google Docs can also help you if you are owning a website. You can even try Google Docs for your own website. So let me for now let us consider our objective is to find all the admin pages of Pakistan. So what will be the Google Doc we are be using? We will be using. So let me give an example. URL admin in URL login site PK. PK is Pakistan. Okay, I'm getting a verification. Okay, see all these pages are login pages of Pakistan. You can see, yeah, see, they are having a login page here and a login page here. All these login pages of these are admin pages of Pakistan. That particular website that which have been showed here. See, this is pfan.org.pk. The website is so that website's admin page will be yeah. See, this is the admin page. Likewise, you can access these directories are openly exposed to Google. So this is even a vulnerability that their admin page has been exposed in Google. Okay, as I said earlier, there are two types of results that, as I showed you, that we are the results that we get in daily life will be of relevant type, and the results what we are getting now is exact results that what we are in need. And then I'll give you an example for a long query or a complicated one. HTML. So the symbol that I have used now is pipe symbol. The pipe symbol is used to, it is literally like AND operator. You can add lot many of queries or keywords after inserting this pipe symbol. So I'm going to install PHP, and then SQL, PHP, and then pipe operator, and then SQL, and then I'm going to close it. Then in title, index of. Yes, this is the way that you can access. You can, if you are understanding Google Docs, you can use it in any manner that it does not have any priority that only this must be at the first, or this must be at the last, or this must be at the end, or this must be present at the first. There's nothing like that. If you are understanding Google Docs, you can do whatever you want with your own knowledge by combining all those stuffs. Last modified. So this is an example of that such a long query or a long term of Google Doc. Parent directory. Okay, as I said earlier, I have used the operator plus here. If I don't need something from the result that I am getting, I can exclude it by using the minus operator. And then the int title and index on the in URL, and the pipe operator I have explained now. And this HTML, PHP, and SQL are some languages that are being used by web developers. So if I'm typing it, so you see I can get relevant results accordingly. See the first page is of last modified and the parent directory. Okay, see their directory has been exposed. You can use it in such a way that uh, and then again coming back. Okay, what if, do you think that this what this Google Docs are very tough to you, and you will be in need of some help regarding this Google Docs? You can help. Yeah, there's a Google Docs present in the Google itself. That is a web-based tool. Uh, if you think to remember Google Docs is very tough, then you can use this web-based tool, which will help you in getting Google Docs. Okay, so I'm giving you the Google Docs page. Just simply type Google Docs in Google and just press enter. The first website that you will be getting is exploitdb.com. Enter into the website. See, you will be having different of queries of Google Docs. See, as much as see, you can even filter things, like you can select categories like photos, file containing username, sensitive directories, web server detection, vulnerable files, vulnerable servers, error message, and then a lot more. File containing juicy infos, file containing passwords, sensitive online shopping infos. See, sensitive online shopping infos. See, they are providing you the Google Doc. You can just, okay, download certifications. Okay, they are providing some certifications on the Google. That is regarding this. Okay, I can copy this Google Doc. I can paste it in a new tab. See, I'm getting results out of MySQL dump. Okay, download the document. See, someone has purchased something and then you can download those things. All those stuffs are some payments that they have done in a shopping site. My PHP admin, okay. Control F password. Username and password, okay. Let me go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. This is a configuration file. With this help of this configuration file, you can get what the backend of the program is based on and how it is running. So regarding like that, you can exploit the contents if you are in need. For beginner level, you won't be using any programming languages to learn hacking. For beginner, it is more than enough to know how to use things which you are already present and how to use tools that were already wrote by someone. So to, in the beginner level, this is more than enough for your enhancing your hacking skills. Once you are entering intermediate level or your expert level, you'll be absolutely will be in need of programming language that each and every time you can't depend on tools and stuffs like what others have wrote. So you'll have to ensure that you'll be in need of particular stuffs that you should know how the yeah, how your target or victim machine is running, what is the backend of the program, and everything you will be knowing, and you will be writing accordingly in exploit. You have to write your own exploits accordingly, and you have to exploit that particular victim's machine. It is all depends on your talent that you based on that you have, that will be helpful in your intermediate or your expert level. For now, knowing Google Docs and some contents like accessing GitHub, this will be more than enough for your this thing, that is the beginner level. For now, we have seen what is sensitive directory exposure is. What if the countermeasures to stop this? That is to stop, that's to hide the directory exposure on Google or some other search engines. The only answer to this is robot.txt. This robot.txt is a simple notepad file, which is a configuration file, which will be added into your CMS, that is your content management. So in which inside which you will be inside which you will be having what are the contents that should be available on on the search engines when the user is search for when the user is in search of. So they will be allowing or disallowing contents like, so they will be, they would have typed allow home, and they would have typed allow disallow wp admin. Such type of only these such type of configuration will be done in this robot.txt file. But for now, I'll show you an example. See, they have written disallow folders. Whatever the sensitive directories which are present, they will be disallowing it from the from exposing it in Google or some other search engines. This is a notepad file. You have to write this particular code, and you have to mention the particular directories which you don't want to allow or which you want to allow, and then you have to name the file regarding the robots.txt. This is the common file name that you have to name it. So when you are naming it and your entry, if you are putting it on your CMS, then probably any search engines can't get that results. That is, Google will say that no, this is not accessible. That it will not even show that it is saying Google. This robot.txt file will say Google that no, these are folders you are not supposed to touch. You are not supposed to show in Google. So exclude these folders from Google. So Google will act accordingly to that. So this is an example of robots.txt file. Hope you'd have understand. And then yeah, then now you have to listen clearly that this robot.txt file is only to prevent search engines exposing the directory. But what if we type it manually in URL? Okay, think that we are typing the thing in URL directly. I'll show you an example that. Okay, okay. Let me take SKETC Shakti College. Yes. Okay, Krishna. I'll take. Okay, skcet.ac.in. Okay, this is a college. This is a college site. You have to just type the URL at the last. You have to type just robot.txt. You'll be getting the robot.txt. Okay, they have blocked it. Okay, no problem. I'll move on with Hindustan itself. Some pages may get robot. Either they must have not have an CMS site, or they might have blocked the robots.txt file. For now, let me move on with the old target, that is Hindustan. I'll type robots.txt. Okay, see, they have disallowed these things. That is WP admin they have disallowed. But even though they have disallowed, you cannot find this WP admin directory from Google search, but you can directly type here. If you're directly typing it here, you'll be getting this login page. With this login page, if you are having the username and the password, you can directly you can directly enter into this. For this finding this username and directory, you can use a brute forcing technique or a lot of other techniques are there. For now, we are only concentrating on information gathering. So I am excluding that content. Even Google or other big companies even will have robot.txt file. Yeah, see, even Google is having robot.txt. Okay, not this file. Okay, see, Google is having robot.txt. Yeah, even Google is having robot.txt. So these contents you cannot Google it and you can find it, but you can directly copy these contents and then post it, and then if you can paste it in Google, that is google.com slash this. If they have not hided it, yeah, they are hided it because it is a just a second. It's a big concern they have hided it, but if it is not Google or some other small concern, they would have not done those configurations. So you can access those private directories too. If it is accessible, then you can report to them. Google, Amazon, even Amazon will have robots.txt. It is getting on to Amazon.com. Yeah, even Amazon is having Amazon.in slash robot.txt. These files are disallowed files which you can't find directly the link for this in the Google. But if you are copying it and if you are trying to paste it on this Amazon.in slash the what you have copied one, then it is again going to be work. But Don't try this in Amazon or Google because they would have already secured those things. It is all a big concern. Okay, then that's it for today's class. I hope so. Um, Nishad, can you please post the attendance link here? Yeah, guys, you can check the chat box for the attendance link. You can post your attendance over there, and then you can leave the session. The attendance is for certification purpose. Post your real name, guys. Yeah, thank you. Kumanesh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kumanesh, bro. Google Docs is something that it is restricting or filtering our results that what we are getting in Google.
Okay, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, Surya, it is not Google hacking, but it is hacking using Google is called Google Doc. Not it is not that means that it is Google hacking. It is that hacking using Google is called Google Docs.
Bro, once again explain what is the meaning of Google Docs.
ப்ரோ கூகுள் டாக்ஸ்னா ஒன்றும் இல்லை ப்ரோ. நீங்கள் வந்து கூகுளில் வந்து நார்மலாக ஒரு விஷயம் வேணும்னா அதை நீங்கள் சர்ச் பண்ணுவீங்கல்ல, அந்த
ஆமா.
விஷயம் வந்து உங்களுக்கு தேவையானதை வந்து உங்களுக்கு என்ன தேவையோ அதை மட்டும் பர்ஃபெக்டாக எக்ஸாக்டாக என்ன கண்டென்ட் வேணுமோ அந்த கண்டென்ட் மட்டும் போட்டு அந்த கண்டென்ட்டுக்கான ரிசல்ட் மட்டும் வர வைக்கிறதா கூகுள் டாக்ஸ். வேறு எதுவும் கிடையாது.
ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஓகே ப்ரோ.
ஃபில்டர் பண்ணி எடுக்கிறோம் ப்ரோ. இப்போ நம்ம வந்து அமேசானில் ஏதாவது பொருள் வாங்கணும்னா நமக்கு இந்த பட்ஜெட் ரேட்னு அங்கே ஃபில்டர்னு கொடுத்துருப்பாங்கல்ல, 100 ரூபாலேருந்து
ஆமா,
200 ரூபா
ஆமா.
ஏதாவது பொருள் வேணும்ட்டு. அதே மாதிரி இங்கே வந்து நம்ம ஃபில்டர் பண்ணுறோம். இந்த விஷயத்துலேருந்து இந்த விஷயம் மட்டும் எனக்கு வேணும், நம்ம ஃபில்டர் பண்ணுறோம். வேறு எதுவும் கிடையாது.
ஓகே ப்ரோ. தேங்க்ஸ்.
ஓகே. Yeah, Chandru, we are recording the session. Madesh, you can do all your things in Termax too, but Termax will not be enough. You will be in need of calling NetHunter or something like that. So for that, your Android must be rooted. So when you are rooting your Android device, then it is easy for hackers to sit in your phone and do whatever they want. So please don't root your Android device. It is better to have unrooted. It is better to have a laptop, or you can even buy it. Or if you are not having any laptops, then you can buy uh, you can have a account at console.google.com, which will give you $300 of credit, by which you can rent a system at Google online. Okay.